there's the standard shit, you know what I'm saying, that you do in a relationship. But everybody has like their individual, really important needs. So what would you say are
I
your
mean, everybody love language different. You
exactly?
know what I'm saying? And sometimes love languages change on just the type of time of life period that somebody going through. You feel me?
Bingo.
Um, so I mean, as far as like really talking about, people and like building relationships, I feel like the main key of all of that is communication
Bingo.
and being willing to be open about the things that you need and the things that you want. You feel me?
Bingo.
Because if you ain't open about it, I ain't gonna never know.
Exactly. And a lot of people are very closed off with expressing how they feel and what they need. They expect you to automatically know, but I don't know what you
Child,
need.
let's talk about the
Let's
fact
talk
that
about it.
now that you said that shit, not the fact that people not necessarily comfortable with telling you their needs and their wants and their desires necessarily on a one-on-one intimate occasion, but they willing to put that shit on social media though.
That's true. That's also true.
You know what I'm saying? Like that story popping shit. Like I wish somebody would treat me like this, but
Right.
when you get that one that nigga, you know what I'm saying, or you get that female that is willing to sit with you and willing to talk, you don't want to say nothing for real. You having quote unquote trust issues. You feel me?
Right.
But you don't have trust issues with the platform that like anybody can necessarily access. So I mean, I don't know. That's certain shit that I don't necessarily understand.
Yeah. That's yeah. A lot of people be capping online. Like they'll say some shit online, but then they ain't even really communicating with their significant other. You know what I mean? Like
I just,
that's just wild. Um, I don't know. With me, I'm very big on communication is vital for me. I think I've had that conversation with um, the women in my life more than once. But we do pretty good with that. Um,
mm,
Time is like very important, and I mean when I say time, like I'm really good with bonding with people in my relationships that I have a lot in common with in terms of like our creativity and shit like that and work. But I also like to set aside specific time that is designated for just us, and it's not about work. It's not about this, that, and the third. I don't even like touching phones and shit. Like it's supposed to be bonding time, whether it's conversation, a movie, dinner, whatever the fuck it is. We done lost track of that. A lot of people don't know how to have like one-on-one time with people with no technology involved.
no, I mean as far as like making sure that I feel like people don't take their time these days.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like really get to know somebody. And I
Nope.
ain't even talking about on no virtual shit. I'm talking about just relationships period. I'm talking friendships, anything, you know what I mean? I feel like people be so willing to meet somebody and they click, they might vibe for the first they be like, oh, that's best friend. It's how you know that's best friend for real. You know what I mean? Like, or they meet that one girl. They might lay some good pussy on them for a good day or whatever, and they like that's my bitch. Like, how is that your female? You know what I mean? Like, what are we really talking about here? Like,
Bro just flipped that
sex,
shit
sex. I
right
mean,
out of the
sex do
mouth.
define a relationship, but it doesn't define a relationship of how people really make it define a relationship. They make it define a relationship as far as like that's the whole dynamic.
Exactly. When that's not even, you can fuck
That's not
anybody.
the case.
You know what I'm saying? You can sleep with anybody. But you can't necessarily be intimate with everybody emotionally. I know there's people who give up their body quick as fuck, but they won't express how they feel for real,
Yeah.
which is
That
wild.
shit, that shit about crazy to me.
Yeah.
That shit crazy to me. Like, cause like they say, energy is an imprint. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
is.
as far as like man, once you really, I mean, unless you really on that demon time, you feel me? Like, but my thing is when you really putting that imprint on somebody, like you really laying down with somebody and shit, that's a form of intimacy. It's not just a form of fucking. It's not just a form of just having sex. And sometimes people get that misconstrued. You feel me? Like, so sometimes I understand when the bitch be acting crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like you giving me these type of vibes, but you not really on that type of time. And I mean, shit, I feel like everybody done been guilty of that at some point in their life. You feel me? Um, but like that's what makes necessarily the mindset of communication, like really trying to get to know somebody, like really know what you really getting in bed with, comes into play. Like literally what you're getting in bed with, like I gotta know. You know what I mean? But sometimes, that first step gets skipped of getting to know somebody that you necessarily get in bed with. That shit gets skipped and it end up an afterthought. You feel me?
Exactly. And that's like, I notice a lot of people get wrapped up into that, and they don't really share. It's one thing to share, but do you share for real? You know what I mean? It's a lot of people in relationships that ain't really in the relationship. They there,
Mm.
but they not really there.
They're there for looks, but
Yeah.
I could
that's a whole
say
nother.
that, like, from my perspectives per se, is that I'm one of those people that takes a very long time to share. Um, so what I've noticed kind of throughout all of my relationships is that I like to give somebody what I like to receive, right?
Mhm.
So initially within all of my relationships, I'm always on a quest to understanding a person like inside and out. And some people can use this in a malicious way because then they can use it to get things that they want. But truly, I feel like loving somebody is understanding all parts of them. Now, I think we've all also talked about this too, babe, is that I've kind of like diagnosed myself as a people pleaser in a different type of way. Like I'm very selfless. I'm very like, oh, hopeless romantic, give my all to somebody type
Right.
shit.
Right.
So in a way, I've noticed that in relationships, like that's my way of really giving my all to somebody, is to really like fuck with them in a way that they feel that I understand them and that I can relate to them. That's like some Pisces ass shit. But still, my biggest thing is like I want you to be able to feel like, or really know that I'm finding ways to meet you where you at or whatever. And within that, I realized that I dissect people. So a couple things can, like, I'm figuring out which parts of me I'm willing to share with you.
Bingo.
You get what I'm saying? And what I've unraveled or discovered of somebody else, I may not have revealed all of me. Or I may not be comfortable with showing this person that I'm in a relationship all of me just yet. Then once I feel like you've proved whatever mental test or mental walls that I've put up and you climbed over them, then I start revealing shit.
That's very Scorpio of you.
Scorpio rising. So
Welcome everybody that's hopping into the live. Right now we are having our live podcast, so we're over on YouTube as well. So if you guys got questions, if you guys wanna chime in, go right ahead. But
go
today's
stupid, go
topic
crazy.
is we're talking about a little bit about love languages, but we're definitely talking about do you know what it is that you want in love, and do you know how to love the person that you are with in the relationship that you are with currently? A lot of people are in relationships, I feel like, and they don't really even know what it is that their person needs when they're in a relationship.
Touche.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Unique. Yeah. So
Do
yeah,
you?
I do. Your love language is more so quality time. You know what I mean? Like your shit is intimacy in a different way. You're someone that values, what can I say? You value the very small, meaningful, sentimental things. So
I do.
that quality time, us, like you said, like watching a movie, us kicking it, me not touching my phone.
Yo, I hate that shit. I can't fucking stand that shit. That
That's
shit will piss
that
me off.
shit. That shit that I know that you value. But sometimes shit can get a little tricky. But yeah, I know what you have requested of me. And like Bro has said, like Nova has said, you know, people love languages change over time.
You think mine has changed?
Since we've been together,
We've been together for a minute.
we've been together for a minute.
It's been a minute.
Not necessarily. I feel like it's always been the same. I feel like now, since we actually live together, like since we're like together, it's shifted a little bit.
Maybe I'm a little more open. I'm definitely a lot more open than I was.
You're a lot more laid back than you were.
You
Like,
think I was. Wait, what you mean?
like you're a lot more like chill. Like now that we actually share a space together. But we started dating on IMVU, so our quality time, us bonding in a fucking chat room was quality time, and we were very instant. Even when we texted off the game, it was very like your response was right away. Now that we're in the same house,
send me a request?
huh?
If I know to send a request to be in
Oh.
live. No, keep going.
No, okay. But basically I was saying like now that we actually share a space together, it's like that response isn't as instant as it used to be, so now there's frustration there.
Oh fuck yes. I'm not clingy, but I am very mine. I'm very possessive.
Yeah.
Or
Of
I'm
time.
possessive as
Of
fuck.
time, yeah, you are. So yeah, I know what you
And
mean.
bro told me what I did, but I didn't. Yeah. I know you are very oddly, you were acting Pisces, but you are also very Scorpio.
Well, when we first met? Okay.
You were elusive. You did a lot of shit. And I didn't realize that till I got here.
You said I hit a lot of shit? I was very slow to. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to like give you all of me unless you, like I said, climbed over that wall or whatever. And that wall was you actually moving here. Like that was your test.
Yeah, she like
that was
put pressure
your test.
on the nigga.
I ain't apply no pressure to you. And you had a choice. You had a choice. Nah, you had a choice. You had a choice.
Them motherfucking Pisces, dude.
What about
be
you?
lying, y'all.
What about you, bro? We gonna turn this over to the Sagittarius, cause not too much on me. Don't add me to shit.
My thing is you can't really base nobody off of, first impression.
What's up, everybody? We just basically in here. Wow. So basically, we just popped in and we're we've been on now for about 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And
we also on YouTube.
We're also live on YouTube right now, and we're basically discussing love languages and being in relationships. And do you really know what you want in this relationship that you are in? And do you know what your partner needs in that relationship?
Even the relationship with yourself.
Yo, that's the big one. Because if you don't know
that's
what
the
you
most
want,
important one.
Because my thing is, if you don't know what's going on with yourself, you won't necessarily know what's going on with anybody else.
Nope.
Come on.
My thing is, you gotta be sensitive with who you are.
Always.
My thing is, how you gonna talk about, your love language, how you really love, and comprehend what people are telling you, how they need to be loved, if you don't know how you need to be loved. You know what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
Exactly. Like communication goes both ways. Communication goes.
Wow.
So, and it goes into. Don't be amen to your Sunday,
Okay.
Hey, bro.
Hello, come on.
Bro,
Take them church.
He's speaking that gospel right now, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Mhm.
gotta listen to what you want. If you always going against the grain, if you always feeling like you need this, that, and the other for a status, or you need this, that, and the other because this is what you feel like you need, or this is what's prevalent in social media world,
Right.
then that shit not gonna really get you nowhere.
Nowhere.
It's not. It's
Ever.
honestly not gonna get you nowhere.
Especially not with the
My thing
person you
is
with.
stop basing your relationships off of a hype. Stop
People
That's
do
doing
right.
that.
it.
People do that a lot. Now I got a question for both of y'all though. So my question is, do you feel like you actually have to have these relationships to figure yourself out? Because a lot of times you don't even know what you want until you get what you don't want.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Ooh.
That's true. Yo, that's, and I don't know how old everybody is up their lives. Y'all won't drop y'all ages down and y'all wisdom
Grown.
is y'all
That's
can in the text, but you feel me?
It's grown as fuck for me.
I'm young. You feel me? I'm young. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like within even like, cause my thing is, how mature was your relationship?
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, how deep your relationship really was, like, on some shit. Because my thing is, you won't never really know what
That's
you
true.
want when once until you get into that situation where you feel like I'm way over my head. You know what I mean? Especially like being my age. You know what I mean? Like I said, like I mean, ain't no, fucking secret that I date older women. You feel me? Um, so my thing is, sometimes I meet older women that don't even really know what they want. You know what I mean? Like
Word.
Mhm.
they're used to a certain criteria that's not even healthy for them,
Yo,
but they used to that criteria. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
they've been
So that's what
conditioned.
they want,
Mhm.
Yep.
right? So my thing is, it's a thing where can you break that cycle within yourself? So like
Exactly.
I said, always go back on you. You know what I mean? Because you can accept how somebody's treating you because one, it might seem attractive to you at first, but once you really lay in the bed that you made for real, because honestly, I can tell you this, and just being from a younger person and being on, you know what I'm saying, in relationships with other women that probably was most likely older than me, those women is never going to treat me the way I'm like, what's the word for it? Those women is only gonna treat me to the standard that I allow them to treat me.
Come
Exactly.
on now.
You feel me? Like in the sense of you're not gonna disrespect me. I'm gonna set a standard
Right.
right here, right now. You're not about to treat me no type of way. So it's like how you build that standard with me, and how you build that standard with, or set that standard with people. That's how they gonna treat you. So if you on this shit in a bud in the beginning of the relationship, don't expect them to really understand what you talk about in the middle when you don't like what they doing, but they've been doing it the whole relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how you gonna stop a dog from peeing all over the place when you never trained him to go to a certain spot?
Her.
Like how you gonna really do that?
So it's all basically shit experimental in a way
It is. I
because
feel
you're
like
learning yourself, and then you're learning what you want, what you don't want. You learning the person you with. So it's kind of like you can't really learn about relationships not being in
What's
one.
up, DP? What's up, DP?
I think I agree with both of y'all, but I think with me it's like my experience has been a little bit different. I think that it really just also ties into how you was raised. You know, like
Everything ties back to that.
everything ties back into it. But I had a
What you
very like strong relationship with my father, and you know both of my parents are married, so I had that. And then he, from day one, just showed me like the example of what a man is supposed to do.
Right.
You know, and what love is supposed to look like. Like they took each other on dates. Like you know, like I saw what romance looked like up close.
What up? What
So you
up?
So
expected it.
What up?
yeah, and one thing that my parents had, what they also taught me while I got to witness that was like, this is able to happen because we've worked on ourselves individually.
Yeah, you have to.
Right. Because
So,
I feel like when you look at older couples,
mhm.
the epitome of the forehead, like if they can write some shit on their forehead, is literally the quote of this shit ain't easy.
Yo.
Yo,
Like
what?
Mm.
Yo,
this shit
what?
ain't easy. Like
She
that
didn't tell
is
you
like
ass
that
that.
shit
She
is
didn't
not
sit you down.
easy.
This shit
Like
ain't easy.
having a successful relationship, especially in this day and age, where you got temptation necessarily all over you, like everywhere.
Facts.
Like your eyes. Like I feel like people so bold these days. Like it's just a concoction or a cocktail of just shit.
It is.
A relationship can go wrong with this whole cocktail.
Hell
It
yeah.
could be the fucking olive in the shit. It could be the
Yeah.
alcohol. It could be the juice. It could be the water. It could be the ice. It could be whatever.
That's
You
true
know
as
what I mean?
fuck.
Yeah.
But my thing is, it's how. It's do you want it?
What's the biggest thing that I feel like I have to have? Like, what need do I feel like I have to have met in order to not have that temptation to stray? Because I think everybody has it, but it's like a certain things in the relationship that you have to have met to be in that space to stay.
What? In a relationship?
Yeah. So for me, I think it's definitely there has to be like a emotional connection to where I feel like I can actually tell you anything.
So it's understanding for you.
Yeah.
That's what it is for me.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, I feel like our relationship grew me the most. And it was because at that point in my life, I was like, I'm okay with being by myself.
Same.
And the person that comes into my life next, that I want to, that's gonna stay there, I want to grow and learn from.
Right.
And you were exactly what I asked for at that time.
Right.
And there was a lot of like, I can navigate myself without feeling awkward, or we could be able to communicate and touch base and shit, and it didn't, like, some people just are real weird about communicating, you know. And there was a lot of freedom within our shit, so I learned a lot of things about myself within our dynamic.
That that's because a lot of people are superficial.
As fuck, yo. That's
Like,
the crazy
come on,
thing.
bro.
I
Like, you
don't
won't be
look
honest.
at necessarily like how you look. It's an energy thing for me. Like, don't get me wrong. I be looking at motherfuckers like, damn, she bad as fuck. But it's if her energy ain't bad as fuck, it's gonna throw me off.
I've had situations like that, like when I've been like talking to motherfuckers, and I be like, "You look good as fuck, but your energy shitty as hell."
Like,
All of that shitty ass energy on a bad motherfucker is just a bad motherfucker. You ain't, you untouchable.
right.
That's
Like,
It's
facts.
not.
can't
It's
do it
listen. It's not going the way.
at all.
The math not mathing.
It's not
The
happening
math
at all.
not bad, my nigga. Like, especially when you get out that little cupcake stage. Like, you get out that little cupcake
That's the
stage. That
test.
shit be done.
That's the test.
Oh, that shit be done. Let me
The
tell y'all some
honeymoon
shit.
phase,
Like,
that shit. Once that shit is dead, like, it's like, now what y'all gonna do?
Yo,
and y'all, like, I'm a fire sign. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's hard to keep me entertained. Like my ass, I be want oxygen and I be want to spray. Like,
Yo,
so for you to even really keep my attention on you for a certain amount of time, you know you that bitch.
yo,
You know you that.
dead
You
ass,
know
bro.
you come in with some shit because my thing is, and the person that's trying to get your attention should be the same way. So I should be the same way. I ain't trying to lacking those skills that I got. I'm trying to keep up with you. Or
right.
it's either, or we meeting with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's I feel like a relationship is a building block. You can either build a fucking little Lego house or you can build like Egypt pyramids in Egypt, nigga. Y'all can build empires together or y'all can build little Lego blocks and shit. We can keep it kitty or we can keep it real ancient and real strong, my nigga. Like we talking 2,000 years this shit been up. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Yeah.
motherfuckers don't be on that though. They be bouncing around. Like once you get past the cake phase and then you get into that gritty shit and then y'all finally start breaking y'all walls down and y'all finally
Right.
get past them big ass fights that really fucking be fucked up fights. Like y'all be going
But you know
into
what's stupid?
vents. That shit
Even
is
with that
magic
though,
after
bro.
that. If you do it right. You know what I mean? Like
That shit. Mm-mm. I feel like even with that, bro, when you look at it, when you look at the receipts, for real, if
Come on,
even like these
receipts.
days, Asian relate the receipts. I'm talking receipts. I'm
Come
talking proof,
on.
my nigga. Like I'm talking proof. Like when you look at this shit, it's really like the reason. My thing is, y'all accept people from the for the imperfections that they shouldn't have. But for the normal imperfections that everyone has, because ain't nobody on this earth is perfect,
Come on
you
now.
would rather dismiss them for that shit and deal with the difficult.
right.
Because the difficult, quote unquote, is more attractive, but it ain't. Especially when you getting your ass beat or when you getting emotional trauma for it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It don't necessarily that shit is not cute. I be want to preach this shit and women is so bad. Like that shit not cute. I done been in situations where, I refuse to. I'm a feminist, my nigga. I refuse to disrespect women. I verbally refuse to disrespect women.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I'm talking films, cause nigga, I mean, you stud stem or whatever, nigga, you on my level. Like, don't sit over here on me. You know what I mean? But like I said, like, fam, I choose willingly to not disrespect nobody in that category,
Come
straight
on.
or gay.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, only because I feel like I preach so much that y'all should know better, y'all should do better, y'all should have better. Cause I feel like they deserve that. Not saying that people with masculine energy don't necessarily deserve that, but sometimes I feel like people with masculine energy is necessarily, you should be making sure that standard is set and they understand that that's not okay
Exactly.
because they are more of submissive energy sometimes. You feel me? Now,
Exactly.
sometimes when you meet a dominant femme or whatever, a dominant woman, because like I said, like in real life, I've I've only been surrounded by dominant women, so I don't understand a weak woman necessarily.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
I don't understand that, like
Same.
in my mental. But I hate to, cause I be like, do you know the power you harness? Do you understand, even in your most feminine ways, do you understand the power you harness? For real.
People don't
And I feel
understand
like
that.
certain women don't have to necessarily accept the things that they accept because they've been so taught that their livelihood or their womanhood depends on a man or a masculine energy, and
And
it don't.
that's why I was saying earlier, like that shit was drilled into me real early. That shit
Mm.
comes with the love from yourself. Like we talk
Mm-hmm.
about love languages, like do you know what your partner needs? Like, and we keep touching on it briefly. Like, what do you need? Like, no. How do you receive? What is your own love language?
Yeah.
And are you picking the one that just you think it is because it sounds good, or is that the shit that you really
Need.
need?
What do you need?
What really translates for you? Because you may think that physical touch is your love language, and then you
And
get in a
affirmation.
relationship and all you doing is getting touched on, and you got an attitude stick.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Like, are you really? Do you really know how you receive love? And the way that I usually correlate is the way that you automatically kind of give love without no second thought is really how you fucking want to receive it. Like if you're a gifter, if you're a gifter and you like to spoil, that's probably what you will probably like on
No,
the reverse.
not for me.
I mean, you do like nice shit, but you like to give quality time. So like
Yeah.
I said, like that's probably your secondary love language. But usually the one that you usually like give, that's probably how you want to receive it.
For me, my number one that I give is I give things, like experiences for people. But the thing that I want back is time. That's like the most vital for me. Like, us spending time.
Yeah.
You know?
But
So I get what you're saying though.
yeah.
That makes absolute sense. Like people do not know what they want, and a lot of times they don't even figure it out until it's too late.
Yeah, and if you have somebody that's consistently asking you what do you want and is willing to give you what you want and you don't even know, you like who is really to blame here for your love language not being tended to?
At that point, you are, because you don't even know what you want from this person. You know what I mean? If you don't know what you want, they're not gonna be able to give it to you.
Period.
What's up, Pops?
So I feel like that relationship with yourself and knowing your own love language, even with that relationship that's just purely solely you, is very fucking important. That shit
So,
is vital.
At the end of the day, a lot of people, but see, a lot of people scared to be by themselves. They won't take that time they need with themselves to figure shit out.
But that's because a lot of people are facing abandonment issues.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, abandonment,
But being by
neglect.
yourself doesn't mean you being abandoned. Choosing to be by yourself, to just be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To figure you out, you take yourself out, spend time with yourself,
Yeah.
watch what you want to watch, cook what you want to cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Learn you, and then try to fuck with somebody else. I know motherfuckers who have just jumped from relationship to relationship to relationship. They ain't spend no time
My
with
thing is, what you looking? What are you looking for in other people though?
Mm,
Are you looking for a warm body? I mean,
basically.
cause shit, you can get a body pillow for that.
Exactly.
Like, what are we talking about right now? Like, you talking about another breathing human being that's able to feel the same emotions that you're feeling.
Then
You're
you took
talking
a
about the
trip.
same. We talking the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really talking the same shit. So my question be like, are you willing to give what you receive?
Yeah.
Are you willing to give that? Especially when you meet a good person.
Woo.
And there's a lot of good people that necessarily gets fucked over because what they they're not receiving what they're giving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to fuck that up.
Ooh, that
I
happens a
you
lot.
heard me? My dyslexia was fucking in. What's up, sis? I don't know why you coming in from your food account. I ain't gonna lie. Did I just?
That shit does happen a
I
lot.
dumb ass
That
just.
shit happens in friendships too.
I mean, yeah. Cause I
Hell
mean, shit.
yeah.
We talking every relationship. We talking
Every
friendship.
single relationship.
We talking brotherhood, sisterhood.
All them shit.
Greek shit. Anybody that's Greek up in here.
All them
We talking
shits.
all that. You know what I mean? Like,
A
are you willing
relationship is
to
a relationship.
give
That's my whole point.
what
Period.
you receive?
It's like.
And I'm not talking on a negative.
Yeah.
I'm talking on a positive. Because, bro, I see so many queens, bro. I see a lot of kings too. Especially the kings that's been raised right. Y'all got strong mothers. Y'all love y'all mothers, and y'all see the women how y'all been treating y'all family, and y'all willing to be the opposite of that. Or y'all willing to uphold the standard of what y'all fathers had. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
vital.
Like, there's a lot of shit that's in the community, in period. I'm talking about humanity,
Period.
that you're willing to get with the dangerous. And not saying that the dangerous can't be good. Cause I know a lot of thug ass, quote unquote thug ass niggas, they ain't, they simps. And ain't nothing wrong with being a simp. That's an unpopular opinion.
Come
Ain't nothing wrong
on.
with being a
Hello.
simp.
Come on.
Hello.
The
Come
fuck?
on.
Hello.
Especially when I'm being a simp for the right bit.
Come on.
Come on, bro.
And
Ain't
who,
nothing wrong with that.
who are you to call somebody else a simp because they know how to treat
But
somebody
nigga, I'll
the
be
way
a
they deserve
simp.
to be treated?
I'll be a simp. Bitch,
At the
fuck
same
that,
token.
nigga. Come to my face and try to disrespect me for being a good nigga for my queen, bro. Tell me that I ain't shit for being a good nigga for my queen.
Nigga, you don't do
Tell
not
me.
crazy nigga.
Step in my
Niggas
DM,
do
like
that
my shit
though.
right here,
Niggas
and
do that.
I'll praise
Niggas do
her
that.
the way she do because you know why? She crown me every time she sees me.
Period.
Nigga, she lathers me in her love every time she see me.
Period.
It don't matter what type of fucking. It don't gotta be Valentine's Day, baby. It don't gotta be fucking Christmas either.
I be laughing at
The
that shit
fuck?
like
Good boy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? She celebrates me just being in me, basking in me
on
for
a daily.
fucking on the normal, my nigga.
Like
Because I meet that standard for her.
Period.
So my thing is, once you meeting that standard for somebody, how do you reward them for meeting that standard? That's by giving you or giving them the best person they can possibly be. So even when you got flaws within yourself, because I ain't perfect, and no relationship is perfect. I'm pretty sure these two that sit in front of me argue,
Hell
but
yeah,
you know
we
what they
argue.
do? But you know what
Shit,
they
didn't
do
we
though?
argue yesterday?
I'm pretty sure.
we
How
argue
do y'all
today.
get over this shit though?
We argue every
Like
damn day.
internally. No, I'm
Every
not talking about
fucking
the little
day.
bickering. I'm not
All
talking about the little
day.
bickering. I'm not
No,
talking
it's
about
not.
the little bickering though. I'm talking about those conversations that really be having you sitting on the couch looking at your partner like I'll do better.
We did that yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
fucking
Stupid
lying.
ass.
We fucking
I'm not about to
lying.
fuck
Yo,
with y'all.
we did
I'm
that
not about to fuck
yesterday.
with y'all niggas. I'm not about to fuck with y'all. My thing be is, do you check yourself?
We hold each
Do
other
you?
accountable, and then it comes to a moment where we have to have moments where I'm like, all right, let me go sit in my shit. That's what I said. I said, let me go sit in my shit and make sure that I'm not just reacting out of I don't want to be wrong and I want to be right. Let me really analyze this from an outer perspective and see why is my person reacting this way. We have a really healthy way of talking about accountability because we hold everybody that comes in fucking range of us, in contact of us accountable. So we will be damned if we don't,
Hold yourself accountable.
hold ourselves accountable. So we have a very healthy way of saying, all right, reset. This is how you're making me feel. And Steel's the Scorpio, so Steel we might have to initiate it sometimes.
I always have to initiate it. Because I'm
And then
very
I'll be
quick.
like,
If I'm not getting something that I feel like I should be, I'm not, and not that bratty
Go
shit
ahead, just
or
snitch
that
on yourself,
baby
nigga.
shit.
Just
It's
snitch on
that
yourself.
if I feel like I'm not getting something vital that I need to be getting, or she's not understanding something that I feel like she should be understanding, then I have to pull her like, sit, we gotta talk.
yeah.
All right.
And sometimes it'll take that to pull, like, to pull
Man, get
out
it
the
out your
actual
bag, nigga.
shit.
Just sit your ass down. We gonna talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes it takes that. However, like it's never gonna be we not gonna talk about it. So we do that in a very healthy way. And my
It
thing
took
is
time though, because you used to shut down a little bit,
no,
and I used to shut down.
I don't think I used to
Man,
shut
listen,
down.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, I get that.
No,
No.
we saying it
But
took time to get
Nah,
to this.
no, I'm saying
No,
I
it
think
do.
it took time because we are actually face to face and now we have to face each other.
Oh yeah.
Back
Oh yeah, y'all
then,
can't go nowhere.
was
Fuck
distant.
that. Fuck out of
you
here.
know, when it was distance, it was different because
Yeah.
I could just put my phone down and then sit in my shit. But sitting in my shit required, well, in order for me to respond to this person that I really want to talk to, because I don't want to talk to nobody else, I gotta sit in my shit. So now
Yeah.
it's like a different way of addressing, all right, now it's time to sit down in our shit. Like, so,
So sometimes it takes the mental knowledge, and don't make this shit ever an excuse.
What's up, babe?
That sometimes you can't necessarily understand what that person need in that moment.
yeah,
So once it comes to clarity, it's your obligation to give them what they need.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because even though you know your partner, right?
Yeah.
You know your partner. You know how she like to be loved. You know how she like to be talked to. You know what I'm saying? So even in those moments that you clearly doesn't or absentmindedly don't treat her the way that is she supposed to be treated or she wants to be treated necessarily, that shit does not stop you and does not it doesn't stop you from necessarily making that correction because
Yeah,
you
it's
still
not
have
the
an
end all be
obligation
all
to
type
make
shit.
that correction. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I do it all of it, bro. Listen, I'm bro. Like as much sometimes I talk and I know the steps and the chains and those type of things. I don't necessarily understand the obligation that comes with understanding the shit that I understand. And that's me
Right.
being young. You know what I'm saying? And me
For
still
sure.
trying to learn from certain shit that I know is correct. But sometimes your feet don't move by your mouth or move by your brain.
Mhm.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You gotta put that shit into action, bro. Like, and I do this shit with Nani all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna say all the time, but it happens. And I'm talking from minor shit to major shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like shit
Yeah.
that we can kind of like laugh off to shit that we really need to sit down and talk about. Cause my thing is, nigga, like, correct me. Even though I might feel some type of way, but my thing is, when I feel like you're not trying to help me grow, then why you really here?
Boom.
If you trying to
Hey.
people please me
Yo, and
and
I
be
can't
like, oh,
stand
babe,
listening or
it is what it
listening.
is,
Real shit.
That shit is
blase,
disgusting.
blase, that shit don't help me. That shit
No.
don't help me to grow. So my thing is I'm talking to masculine energy. I ain't even talking to I'm talking to masculine energy because I ain't necessarily referring this to films, studs, men, women, whatever. I'm referring this to energy, right? If you
Mhm.
are a submissive energy
What up, though?
and you
What up?
communicate with your more dominant energy that this is something that is not okay with you, they need to take that into accountability.
Yeah.
They need to make that a mental note. Because my thing is alpha energy is not dominant energy.
No, it's not toxic. It's
Aggressive
like people
energy
say
is
toxic
not
shit.
dominant energy.
It's
And I don't
not.
want to say alpha energy. Well, I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I'm gonna just say aggressive. I'm gonna replace that word with aggressive.
To be
Aggressive
masculine doesn't mean
energy?
you have to be aggressive.
Nah, bro, because I'm really laid back.
So,
I get this shit all the time. I'm laid back as fuck.
right,
I ain't about to argue with you.
right.
I'm not about to curse you out, y- raise my voice,
I don't need to.
or call you out your name or put my hands on you. I'm not about to do none of that.
Mm-mm.
I'm not. Nigga, you gonna sit your ass down, you gonna look me in my face, and we gonna have a fucking conversation. If we can't have a conversation, then go into your corner or whatever, your enter room or whatever the fuck you need to do,
Right.
analyze yourself, and come sit your ass back down when you ready to talk to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But nigga, like I'm not about to do all that shit. Because my thing is, when you yelling at me and you trying to call me out my name and all that dumbass shit, I'm so stubborn, nigga. I'm never gonna give you the reaction that you want.
Nope.
Like I'm so stubborn, bro, that I'm never gonna give you that shit that you want. You calling me out my name and shit, I'm gonna be looking at you like, all right, you done?
Facts.
You done?
I struggle with communicating during disputes. I yell. I have that issue.
Oh.
I do have that issue. I
Ooh,
will
not you
admit.
snitching on yourself. Go ahead, sis. I'm here for the
Um,
openness though.
Putting it on the table.
we
Like the
we
fuck?
believe in transparency here on Unpopular Opinions,
We
but
do.
I
Yeah.
do have this issue where I do yell when I communicate. Now, outside of me being from Brooklyn, because it's very there. We could already be loud as it is, so
Mm.
that's one factor. Two,
It's understanding between cultures and just
yeah.
habits, you know
So
what
it's
I'm saying?
like
But if
it's
your
a it's
culture
a
just a
culture
total
thing.
loud,
However, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. That's just
that's my
something that
baby.
I just I know that I'm loud.
That's kind of what we
Now
talked
I'm
about
passionate,
too.
so when I passionately talk, it's like it's an understanding between
But
New
I feel like
Yorkers.
you
You
should
know
be,
what I'm
as a
saying?
partner, you should be able to read that.
Yeah, but I
You know what I
also just
mean?
feel like it could be a trigger for some people that I communicate that just does not
Yeah,
communicate
that's a
that way.
trigger for me
Cause
because
my
I don't
thing
do
is
So
that heavy
volume.
shit. I don't do
Volume
that
don't
heavy shit.
necessarily. I guess I don't know. Cause I feel like everybody different. You feel me? Um,
Cause I
I
can
feel
yell
like
too, like,
volume
but
is
I
something
don't.
yeah, but
different.
see, there's
It be more
other.
yo. I'm more pay attention to your words. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so
Like how
there's
you
other
talking.
layers. It's other layers to that too. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, I be I am very silent because I give what I would like to receive. So I've gotten gaslighted a lot, or people will wait after I would give them the floor to give them, they time to talk or what, and I'm listening, actively listening, not just listening to respond. I never do that. So I'm listening to you. And now when it's my turn to talk, you cutting into everything that I say. And now I feel like you cutting off my, like I don't have no voice. So when I'm met with confrontation, I'm already defensive because it's happened so much in my life that I'm already expecting this person to either cut me off, gaslight me, or, I will allow you to speak how you feel, and then when it's me, it's get to the point, or you cutting straight into my shit. And I don't like that shit because I just gave you the respect that I want to receive. And now I feel like fuck you. Like my fuck yous be like fuck you. So it's that, and then I was also raised by a Capricorn. And my Capricorn ass mama just used to talk shit. So we all have like, the black mamas that just be bitching and bitching and bitching, and everybody just let that shit ride, and you're not supposed to shut up. Well, my parents, the way they raised me is for me to be outspoken and have a voice. So now that shit is like, I don't tolerate somebody just like poking at me. Like that shit becomes a huge issue type shit. So now it's like I recognize that when the woman in my life that, raised me, she was a yeller. I'm from New York. I can get loud. I yell.
And what have you found that achieves with me? I'm just curious to see what she's
Obviously
learned.
nothing. Cause I'm
You
about to say by his tone.
you literally handle my shit very, very well because it does not, it's helping me correct it.
I don't. I'll say this. I don't yell back.
You don't yell
I
back.
have.
If you
I
have to, and I'm
I
going
have.
over the top, and I haven't realized how
I
far
have.
I've gotten, I'm like, all right, first of all, you grown as fuck. I do not need to be yelling at you like,
Yeah.
and you said it a couple times. So it's helped me realize in that moment that maybe we should not just be communicating right now. But
Yeah.
this is something that people also have to respect too. Some people are just not ready to communicate at that moment, and I'm one of those people. If I'm not ready to talk to you, like if I'm not ready to talk to you, you better leave me the fuck alone because I'm dealing with several fucking emotions. And if you poking or you trying to talk to me and I'm telling you like, or I'm not trying to hear right now, or I'm not trying to talk, or I'm real silent, don't take offense to that. If you feel like you want to talk, I will listen to you, let you get your shit off, but you're not gonna get a response out of me until I'm ready and I'm done processing my feelings. That don't got shit to do with you. And
That's
people
fair.
be catching attitudes with that.
That's fair. I think my issue when we had that as an issue was more or less, my triggers are motherfuckers gaslight, and motherfuckers will get silent and try to play this silent game with me. So they won't say shit. And I feel like it's more or less them trying to figure out, all right, I'm caught, so now how do I maneuver? Versus I'm sitting and I'm taking accountability.
Say it for the people in the back.
It's a lot of
Repeat it
times
one more time.
motherfuckers be sitting in their shit, but they not
And the
really
nigga
sitting
like,
in their
yo.
shit, trying to
I mean,
assess
so
it and
what?
take accountability. They sitting there trying to figure out how to maneuver
Yeah.
Mm.
and come back with some new shit.
Yeah.
And that pisses me off.
Yo.
So I guess we both got triggers in that way. So now
Yeah.
that we realize that we have these triggers, I realize that you not doing that. You hear me? You just need, some time. The energy in the house be fucking with me though, because I'm an energy person. So when the energy is off, I know when she's upset before she even say shit. So when the energy is off, it fucks with me. Like
Yeah.
it fucks with me.
My
So
thing is, don't try to play dumb, dude. That's for us masculine energy people.
yeah.
And my thing is, you may not necessarily know the reason why her energy off,
I fuck
but you
with
know
you,
her
but I
energy
don't
off.
fuck with you.
Yeah.
I might be playful like what you talking about. But
Nah, you don't play dumb.
no.
I feel like, in a nutshell, with what you both just touched on, that's very accurate. But I also feel like we have all kind of encountered people in our
But yeah, no,
in
that
our
ain't the
life.
only reason for silence. There's other reasons for that.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's just the one I've noticed.
Yeah. So, like I said, I've been gaslighted, and every time I've responded, like some people have dealt with people that are literally getting a rise out of you to feed whatever demon that they got.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like
We
all
both
in all, we
dealt
both
with
have
that-
dealt with
that type
people
of
like that
person.
prior to
Yeah.
us getting together.
Literally.
The thing is that I feel like now it's us realizing that we're not that type of people. It was
Bro, you trying to
easier.
talk? I can't hear you. We can't hear you on the
Oh,
I can hear him on live.
Talking to me? Nah. I took it off my mic so y'all can talk,
Oh,
and I was answering people in the live. You feel me?
oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah, so I was
saying,
interrupting you.
Okay.
I was saying that it's easier to dissect shit through text because you're not gonna assume the worst. You know what I mean? So we used to
Yeah.
give each other
Space and time.
space and time. Now that we in each other, when we share energy, it's like fix it right now. So I feel like we.
That's me. That's me. as
That's
fuck. I can't
you.
even lie.
And when I transmute and I need to feel it. And a lot of people can't handle that because it's very intense.
She got a lot of water.
I have
got
a lot of water in my
fire.
chart. I'm very
So
I'm
I got
very
a lot of
fucking
Leo.
intense.
She got a lot of.
Yeah.
what all is in
You
this
got a
shit?
lot of fire in your shit. I got a lot of water in my shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I have
You got
that
fire.
very intense, like I need to feel. So if I need to
But
motherfucking play, my thing is I will play some fucking music and I really won't need to be sad, but I need to go through my emotions because they're
I
not
know too,
cycling.
cause I hear that sad ass. What's that one fucking song? She will play this one fucking song over and over again. I'll be like, she mad. What the fuck? What's the
child,
song? What's the song?
if we talking else, the way I react to shit ain't really.
See?
I don't know. It's a contradiction because I feel like I'm all over the place. Like, especially when it comes down to my emotional and then my maturity level.
Yeah.
Because it's two different things for me. I don't know about for everybody else, but
It is.
it's two different things for me. Because I'm a sad son, but I'm a fucking Virgo moon. And my Virgo be over here like, bitch, you're doing too much. Get yourself under control. Get yourself under control. Bitch, get yourself under control. But my fucking Sag be like, nah, fuck that. Cause these bitches got me fucked up. Da 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 da. Like, nah,
That's for
like,
real.
nah,
Yeah.
nigga, like. So, and then, my Aquarius don't be helping either. Cause that bitch be always ready to throw hands. But see, my Aquarius also keep me quiet. I feel like.
Yeah.
She keep me like, she willing to bury that shit. Into my fire be like, nah, check that shit up. And ready to go.
Yeah.
And then in times, oxygen spreads fire. So
Yeah.
when I'm that heated, when I'm really that heated, there's no calming me down. It's just nothing but oxygen spreading my fire. It's four fires over here.
You take a
Forest
minute down,
fires. I
pump
get
up
like,
that dirt on that
and
shit.
that's why I be telling. I mean, y'all didn't hear me say it on some more intimate shit, cause I don't be on this bitch talking to everybody and shit. So
Right.
hi everyone. But nigga, like,
Hi,
I,
everyone.
Nigga, I mean, but still, he know, cause I mean, just being like a founder and being a husband and being a father, being whatever the fuck I am, like everything in real life, like y'all know my situations and shit.
Yeah.
Like my, like once
Shit
I
is
say like once
stressful.
I'm out the bag, I'm out the bag.
Period.
But but my Virgo so strong that I have a lot of patience. Like like I try to sit there and master that shit. But at the end of the day, when you got two working versus one, nigga, like shit, that shit gonna always win. Like, but
They
it
said they
be
said it's the echo. Baby, turn your phone down. You don't need it here.
nah, but
Alright.
that shit,
Thank you.
I try to make sure. My bad, y'all.
Alright, there we go.
I don't know, but
That should be
yeah,
good.
man, it's more mm, the reason why I say like also my maturity levels try to get in the way too.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, certain times my maturity level doesn't meet the meeting. It be a little late. You know what I'm saying? It be a little late. I'm snitching on myself because I ain't perfect, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
But most times I try to think on my first brain and allow certain shit to simmer. Like I might like if you having a conversation with me, like bro, like we both, we both founders of an organization. Let's say you came and checked me about some shit. You feel me? Like nah, nigga, you supposed to be da da. And we here. I might be sitting over here like, alright, cool, alright. But nigga, I'm over here really listening to you though.
Right, right.
But me saying alright, cool, is me like calming down my sage, cause I want to come back, but
Right,
I'm not.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's my way of like
Yeah.
kind of
And
not
so it comes
dismissing what you
off as
saying, but
nonchalant to
dismissing.
people when you
Yeah,
got the most genuine intentions because you really trying to calm down because you in your feelings. So that's what I do, bro. But my shit is just silence.
that's my life.
Because all my shit has to be internal because my Scorpio rising will not allow me to not say something slick if my mouth opens up.
I be thinking it's a Scorpio saying something slick. No, it be that Leo.
Oh, it's you?
listen,
Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
child.
It's a Leo. I
Yeah.
got two Leo placements. Like my moon and my motherfucking rising is Leo. So when that nigga come out, that's who motherfuckers used to see on IG story. Like that's the nigga that would come out, and the Scorpio be chilling. Like the Scorpio be
Nah, nigga.
planning a secret, silent revenge. But that Leo,
Yeah.
that nigga be like, man, fuck that bitch, that hoe, and her mama.
Not that hoe and her mama.
Yeah,
Listen, like I said, don't ever quit my quietness for
Weakness.
kind.
Cause it ain't. I'm probably plotting a couple ways to, take you out.
yeah.
Bruh, my fucking
So
Virgo fucking mean as fuck. Nigga, like, I don't know what y'all be thinking, but my ass be over here plotting, like, bitch. Fuck out of here. Like, you thought you won one, huh, bitch? Stupid
I
ass,
battle a
like,
lot with trying to stay higher vibration. Like I have to really battle that dark and light energy
I
a
had to
lot.
get the fuck offline to battle my shit. Right?
Nah,
I
gotta
have
get
to
the
take a
fuck
whole day. If a motherfucker done piss me off online, I'm getting the fuck off. Y'all won't see me post shit. Cause it's not gonna
I
be
can vouch
nice.
for the nigga with that
Fuck
shit.
up.
Cause nigga, when we play that shit together, nigga, yeah,
Man.
your ass was hot as fuck, boy. Yen was over here like, y'all, he just need. I was like, fuck you mean a break, nigga? We up in here in the trenches, nigga. Tell that nigga to get online.
I was
Tell his
like,
ass to get
listen,
online.
he needs a break. y'all need to
Nah, nigga.
y'all need to make whatever moves y'all gotta make without him. He needs a break. He might break the fucking computer if he touch that motherfucker. Okay? He gonna need a break. But yeah.
But yeah,
Nah,
so
bro. Like, if I can't quit my anger, though, it'll be like one of those moments where you holding an egg, but you want to squeeze it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something so fragile. Like that's like, okay, the moment, like, when you get mad at a child.
Yeah.
And you know you're fuck. No, but for real, like when you mad at a child, and you down there don't want to fucking cause physical harm to this child for real.
But you want to
but
snatch their
you know your strength is able to.
yeah.
So like you ever felt that energy go through your body where it's like you feel like you pressing mad hard,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
know you touching him mad light.
All the
Yes.
time.
That shit, that's me.
All
Like
the time.
the whole time, like bitch, I want to strangle the fuck out you, but I'm not,
Right.
cause
Yo.
cause you're not able to handle that shit
I
all
felt this
day.
here on the YouTube live.
Yeah.
Um,
Fact.
might stay on this
Oh, yeah,
live
right,
on
Bobby.
IG for a minute, but
Y'all gotta tune in next week.
yeah.
Yeah, for real. I might be here.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come
I
We
on,
might
bro.
be here.
also have people in, the audience, so y'all definitely can come out and chill,
Y'all come join us.
talk,
Fill
share,
these seats up.
share your thoughts, whatever. We are open to that.
It's
We
an open
definitely have a live
conversation.
audience. It's definitely an open conversation. Next
I'm
time I
glad
might
for
open
y'all
up
having
questions
me.
and shit, depending on what the fuck the topic is. I got
Yeah.
a couple topics that I want to talk about, so I got to decide which one. But
Binge watch the last ones if you missed them. They on YouTube. Link is in the bio.
yes.
Y'all,
So yeah, I'm glad everybody came
I'm
out.
impressed by y'all, dude.
Thank you,
Y'all be doing y'all shit.
thank you, bro.
Not for real.
But yeah,
Monarch.
unpopular opinion.